Hi, this is Vicpothesis. So today I was reading something, and in there they said the journey from is always easier than the journey to. And it made me think about going on a trip or a vacation. If I was driving, that when you're going to that trip, it always seems like it takes longer going than it does coming home. So that's the journey from coming home as opposed to the journey to going to where you're going. The time just doesn't seem the same. So in the from, if you're leaving from a bad situation or from a negative situation or hurt or pain or wherever it is, it's always easier to get away from that than going into it, because into it there's a process of going into that, and the steps along the way you're feeling more of whatever it is you're feeling, of pain or doubt or sorrow. But once you get to where you're going and you start getting away from it, it gets easier to get away from it. Or at least not easier maybe, but time seems to not be as relevant as the way in as you're going through it, because you don't know where the end's at, and you're thinking, where am I going to? And so you don't know that there is an end. But if you don't go to a specific end, if you go halfway and you realize this is not where I want to be, and you go from it, it's easier to get away from it, as opposed to when you're going to it. The deeper you go, you're going through that pain and suffering, as when you're leaving it, the farther away you get from it, it's less pain. And maybe easy is not the right word to use on it. However, it is better for you, and you start feeling more like yourself. So if I can relate it in a way of a spiritual way, if you're coming down from a spiritual plane and into the earth, we live our lives, so we don't know where we're going to lots of times. So we go through this physical process. But at some point in your life, you reach a point and you're like, I'm not going to, I'm going from. Because at some point, it's the end. So when you're leaving the point of, I'm going to grow up, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and all the stressors of life, once you realize you're going from where you were once placed on this earth after being born, then it's a different perspective. And so from becomes a little more pleasant. Or for me, it does become easier, but I don't want to say that for everybody. Vicpothesis.